Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in straight lines, that is angular bisectors between two intersecting lines. Angular bisectors between two intersecting lines. How to find the angular bisectors between two given intersecting lines? The equations of two intersecting lines are given. Between any two lines there will be acute angle and also obtuse angle. We have to find the acute angle bisector. We have to find also the obtuse angle bisector. How to find the equations? Here there is a theorem to find their equations. So let us see that theorem first. Theorem. The equations of the angular bisectors between the intersecting lines ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and lx plus my plus n equal to 0 are given by ax plus by plus c by root of a square plus b square is equal to plus or minus lx plus my plus n by root of l square plus m square. So this is the formula for finding the angular bisectors between two intersecting lines. If you take plus sign, you will get one angular bisector. If you take minus sign, you will get the equation of the other angular bisectors. You know there are two angular bisectors between any two intersecting lines. One is the acute angle bisector, other one is the obtuse angle bisector. I am giving the proof also to this. Please refer to the diagram. In the diagram, the lines lx plus my plus n equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 are shown by blue lines. They are in blue color. Their point of intersection is Q. Okay. So the angular bisectors are shown by dotted lines. So this dotted line, pink dotted line, see, this dotted line is the acute angle bisector. See, here this side alpha, alpha. That means 2 alpha is the acute angle between the two lines, and the 2 alpha is bisected by this pink dotted line, that is the acute angle bisector. The obtuse angle bisector is shown by green dotted lines, this line. This is obtuse angle bisector. This is acute. This is obtuse angle bisector, because it is bisecting the obtuse angle between the two lines. What is the measure of the obtuse angle between the two lines as shown in the diagram? So beta this side and beta that side. That means 2 beta is the actual obtuse angle between the two lines, and this green dotted line, that is the obtuse angle bisector, is dividing that angle into two equal parts, beta and beta. So it is the obtuse angle bisector. Now how to find the equations of this pink dotted line and this green dotted line? So here let us start with a point P x1 y1 be any point on any angular bisector. See, in the diagram I have taken point P x1 y1 on one of the angular bisectors. For example, on the acute angle bisector I have taken. So you can take that point anywhere on this angular bisector or anywhere on the other bisector also. That means you can take P here or anywhere. either on the acute angle bisector or on the obtuse angle bisector, anywhere you let Px1, y1 be a point. Then what we are doing is Pm comma Pn, here see, Pm comma Pn in the diagram are perpendiculars to the intersecting lines. Pm is perpendicular to Ax plus By plus C equal to 0. Pn is perpendicular to Lx plus My plus N equal to 0. Okay. Q is the point of intersection, already I have told you. Now, consider the triangles. These two triangles are congruent. Triangle PMQ, please see the diagram. Triangle PMQ is identically equal to, is congruent to triangle PNQ. Can you tell why? Because both are right angle triangles. Here this angle is 90 degrees, that angle is 90 degrees, because PM, PN are perpendiculars. Okay. And alpha are equal, because this is the angular bisector. Dotted line, pink dotted line is angular bisector. So the two angles alpha are equal. So two angles are equal means the remaining angles also will be equal in the two triangles. And the hypotenuse PQ is common for both of them. You can see in the diagram, the hypotenuse PQ is common for both the triangles. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent according to the theorem ASA. That means angle, side, angle. Two angles and one side. Okay. Angle, side, angle. So the two triangles are congruent. Therefore, because the two triangles are congruent, then PM will be equal to PN. Okay. So PM and PN are equal. Now I can mark now. Originally I don't know whether PM, PN are equal, but now because the triangles are congruent, I can mark now PM is equal to PN. I am indicating in the diagram by these two lines. Okay. That means the point x1, y1 is equidistant from the two lines. PM is the distance of x1, y1 from one line. Pn is the distance of the same point x1, y1 from the other line. That means Px1, y1 is equidistant from the two lines. What is the formula for PM? Distance from x1, y1 to the line Ax plus By plus C is equal to 0. Here I have written. PM is equal to PM. PM is nothing but mod of Ax1 plus By1 plus C by root of A square plus B square is equal to right hand side Pn is Lx1 plus My1 plus N by root of L square plus M square. And you know how to remove the modulus. Remove the modulus and put plus or minus sign on one side. Okay. So that's all. Now, from this, you know that the point x1, y1 lies on one of the lines given by this equation. Is it not? This equation, here this equation is just like substituting the point x1, y1 in this equation. That means point x1, y1 always lies on one of these two lines, because plus or minus is there. Plus you will get one line, minus you will get another line. So Px1, y1 satisfies the equation of one of these lines. That means, but Px1, y1 we have started from where? Let Px1, y1 be any point on any angular bisector. That means any point on any of the two angular bisectors always satisfies this condition. This condition means it lies on these lines. Therefore, these equations are the equations of the two angular bisectors between the two given intersecting lines. Okay. Next point is, in the next page I am writing a note. The note is the angular bisectors between any two lines are always perpendicular. Whatever may be the angle between the original lines, the angle between the angular bisectors will be always 90 degrees only. So that can be explained from this diagram only. See, Ax plus By plus C is equal to 0 is a straight line. Do you agree? It is a straight line. What is the angle on a straight line? Total angle on a straight line? 180 degrees. So, what is the acute angle between the two lines? Alpha plus alpha 2 alpha. What is the obtuse angle between the two lines? This beta plus beta 2 beta. So, total angle from on the straight line from here to here is what? From here to here is what? 2 alpha plus 2 beta. Is it not? 2 alpha plus 2 beta. Because that is a straight line, 2 alpha plus 2 beta will be 180 degrees. Angle in a straight line. Angle on a straight line. Therefore, dividing by 2, you get alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. But what is alpha plus beta? Is it not the angle between the dotted lines? See, starting from here. Alpha is starting from here, going up to here. Is it not? So, this first one up to here it is alpha. Then from there it is up to here beta. So, alpha plus beta is nothing but, from the diagram you can clearly see that it is the angle between the dotted lines, pink dotted line and green dotted line, which are nothing but the angular bisectors. So, the angle between the angular bisectors is 90 degrees. That means angular bisectors are always perpendicular to each other. So, that is what I have proved on the next page. Let us go to the next page. Note, the angular bisectors between any two lines will be always perpendicular irrespective of the angle between the original lines. So, that I have proved already. Refer to the diagram on the previous page. 2 alpha is the acute angle between the lines. 2 beta is the obtuse angle between the lines. Their sum is 180 degrees because it is a straight angle on the line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Dividing by 2, alpha plus beta 90. So, but alpha plus beta is the angle between the two angle bisectors. Okay. Let us do examples now. Example number 1. Find the equations of the angle bisectors between the lines 11x minus 3y minus 8 equal to 0 and 9x minus 7y minus 2 equal to 0. So, what is the formula for angular bisectors? Ax plus by plus c by root of a square plus b square is equal to plus or minus lx plus my plus n by root of l square plus m square. So, using that formula, first line 11x minus 3y minus 8 by root of 11 square plus minus 3 whole square. Okay, 121 plus 9 is equal to right hand side plus or minus second line 9x minus 7y minus 2 whole divided by root of 9 square 81 plus minus 7 whole square 49. But what is 121 plus 9? 130, root 130. Here 81 plus 49, that is also root 130. Therefore, they have been cancelled out. So, let us take first a plus sign. 11x minus 3y minus 8 equal to, taking the plus sign on the right side, 9x minus 7y minus 2. And the second case, okay, left hand side okay, but right hand side I take a minus sign. Therefore, minus 9x plus 7y plus 2. Then simplify. First line 2x plus 4y minus 6 equal to 0. Second line 20x minus 10y minus 10 equal to 0. Here 2 is a common factor. Divide by 2. X plus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. Here 10 is a common factor. Divide by 10. 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. So, these are the angular bisectors between the given two lines. Okay. One of them will be acute angle bisector, other one will be obtuse angle bisector. Okay, but here note first point, these two lines are perpendicular or not. What we said earlier is the angular bisectors will be always perpendicular. Are they perpendicular? First line is in the form ax plus by, second line is in the form bx minus ay. Is it not? 2 and 1 coefficients have been interchanged and one of them has changed sign also. Therefore, clearly the condition for perpendicular lines a1, a2 plus b1, b2 is equal to 0 is satisfied. Therefore, they are perpendicular lines. Angular bisectors will be always perpendicular. Suppose you don't find them to be perpendicular, they are not perpendicular, it means that you have simplified the problem wrongly. They must be perpendicular. There is no other way. Next, one more thing. In the original lines, what is the point of intersection of the original lines? It is 1, 1. See, 1, 1, is it lying on this line? 11 minus 3 minus 8 equal to 0. Yes, it is satisfying. And 1, 1 here it is there. 9 minus 7 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. 1, 1 is the point of intersection of the original lines. So that is 1, 1. The angular bisectors, acute angle bisector or obtuse angle bisector, these lines must also pass through the point of intersection of the original lines, is it not? Which is nothing but 1, 1. So 1, 1 must also lie on these lines. This line 1, 1 is it lying? 1 plus 2 minus 3 equal to 0. Okay. Here also 1, 1 means 2 minus 1 equal to 0. It is correct. That is what I have written. 1, 1 is the point of intersection of the original lines. Hence the angle bisectors also must pass through 1, 1. And we have checked it. We can see that they are both passing through 1, 1. Okay. Next. Next here, this is important. There are 3 problems regarding angle bisectors. In angle bisectors, there are 3 important problems. What are they? I will explain one by one. First problem I will explain first. First problem. Which of them is acute angle bisector and which is obtuse angle bisector? That is the first problem. See, by taking plus or minus and with plus sign we are getting one angular bisector, minus sign you are getting another angular bisector, is it not? So to find the acute angle bisector, which sign must be used? To find the obtuse angle bisector, which sign must be used? This is the first question. See, one important point here is, for example, for acute angle bisector, if somebody says we must use plus sign, then it is wrong. Suppose somebody else, other fellow says that for acute angle bisector we should use minus sign, then also it is wrong, because it is not constant. In problem to problem it changes. In one problem, by taking plus sign, you get the acute angle bisector. In another problem, you will get the acute angle bisector by taking the minus sign. So it is not a fixed rule. So it changes. So without proof I am giving the formulas. I am not proving them, but I am giving the formulas. How to find the acute angle bisector and obtuse angle bisector. Solution, you see. To decide this, we have to first calculate the discriminator. Discriminator indicated by capital D. See, there are 3 problems I said, is it not? In every problem there will be a separate discriminator D. In the first it is indicated by the symbol capital D. So that will decide. The discriminator will decide which sign is to be used for what. Okay. So to decide this, we have to first calculate the discriminator D. In this problem, first problem, discriminator D is nothing but AL plus BM. AL plus BM. See, the 2 intersecting lines are, what are they? AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0, one line. LX plus MY plus N equal to 0 is the other line. To find the acute angle bisector or obtuse angle bisector, first we have to calculate capital D, that is the discriminator, which is nothing but AL plus BM. AL plus BM, what is the importance of this? Do you remember? Anybody? Anybody remembers what is the importance of AL plus BM? AL plus BM is equal to 0 means the two lines are perpendicular. A1 A2 plus B1 B2, that is nothing but AL plus BM in this case. So the condition for the two lines to be perpendicular, that is the discriminator now. AL plus BM, that we have to calculate. Okay, AL plus BM we have to calculate. So next, consider the angular bisectors in the form. See, these are the two lines, AX plus BY plus C and LX plus Y. Angular bisectors equations we have to take in this form now. Because actually we have taken the angular bisectors like this, AX plus BY plus C by root of A square plus B square is equal to plus or minus Lx plus My plus N by root of L square plus M square. See, the right hand side always we can bring to left hand side, is it not? Suppose you take plus sign on the right hand side, when it comes to left hand side it becomes minus sign. Similarly, if you take minus sign on the right hand side here, if you take it to plus left hand side, it becomes plus. So here the form is also important. We have to take the angular bisectors in this form. Both lines on the same side of the equation sign. Only 0 on the right side, remaining two lines on same side only. Ax plus by plus c by root of a square plus b square plus or minus lx plus my plus n by root of l square plus m square, okay, is equal to 0. In this form, which sign is to be used? It depends upon D, is it not? See, this is the rule. First point, second point, this is the rule, okay. What is the rule? First point. For acute angle bisector, suppose you want to find the acute angle bisector, use same sign as D. Whatever sign D you have, same sign you have to use here. Here in the middle. Okay. If D is positive, use a positive sign. If D is a negative, use a negative sign. For what? For the acute angle bisector. Okay. What about obtuse angle bisector? Obtuse angle bisector, use opposite sign of D. If D is positive, use minus sign. If D is a negative, use a plus sign. That is opposite sign for what? For the obtuse angle bisector. That is the rule. For acute angle bisector, same sign as D. For obtuse angle bisector, opposite sign of D must be used, and also you have to take the angular bisectors in this form. Form is also very important. Both the lines on the same side of the equation you have to take, only 0 on the right side you have to take. So in this form you have to use the signs like this. Suppose D is equal to 0, what happens? D is equal to 0. Suppose you have calculated D, and that is D is nothing but AL plus BM, it is 0. Then what happens? Which sign is to be used? See, if D is equal to 0, it means that what? AL plus BM is 0. But AL plus BM is 0 for the condition for the two lines to be perpendicular. That means the two lines are perpendicular. Therefore, the question becomes meaningless. See, he has given two perpendicular lines and asking us to find out either the acute angle bisector or the obtuse angle bisector. Because the two lines are perpendicular, there is no acute angle, there is no obtuse angle between them. All are right angles only. Therefore, if anybody asks us to find the acute angle bisector or obtuse angle bisector, then the question is meaningless, is it not? So, If d is equal to 0, then the lines are perpendicular and hence the question becomes meaningless, what I have written. So d is that expression when it is 0, the question should become meaningless. That is the important feature of the discriminant d. The quantity, the expression which when equal to 0 makes the question meaningless is the discriminator, and that will decide the sign. What sign is to be used for what? Okay. So if understood this, then let us do one problem on this, one or two problems. Example 2. Find the equation of the acute angle bisector between the lines. Two lines are given, and of course I have given 1, 1 on the first line. You can see 1, 1 on the second line also. Satisfying this equation, that equation. So in the answers also 1, 1 must be there. So first thing is what? We have to find what? Acute angle bisector. Okay. First we have to calculate d, discriminator. D is AL plus BM. AL, x coefficient into x coefficient, 1 into 1, plus BM, y coefficient into y coefficient, 1 into minus sign. So 1 minus sign, minus 7, it is minus 6, it is negative. The value is not important. Minus 6 or minus 600 or minus 6 lakhs. The magnitude is not important. The sign is important. The sign is negative. So, what is the form of the angular bisectors in this case? Both lines on the same side of the equation, only 0 on the right side. So, first line x plus y minus 2 divided by root of a square plus b square, root of 1 square plus 1 square. Okay. Plus or minus x, second line x minus 7y plus 6 by root of 1 square plus 7 square, 1 plus 49. In this form, which sign is to be taken here? Plus sign or minus sign? He wants the acute angle bisector. For acute angle bisector, what is the rule? Same sign as d. D is what here? Negative. Therefore, for acute angle bisector, we have to take minus sign. Since d is negative, for acute angle bisector, we have to use the same sign, minus sign. So that is why I have taken minus sign in between here. Okay. Therefore, the acute angle bisector is taken by minus sign. Denominator, you can see that it is root 2, and here it is root 50 means 5 root 2. Multiply the entire equation by 5 root 2. So you will get 5 into x plus y minus 2 minus of, in the bracket you get x minus 7 by plus 6 equal to 0. If you simplify, you will get this, and then 4 is a common factor, divide by 4, so x plus 3 by minus 4 equal to 0. So this is what? This is the acute angle bisector between the given lines. Original lines are passing through 1, 1, their point of intersection is 1, 1. So is this bisector also passing through 1, 1? Yes, 1 plus 3 minus 4 equal to 0. So it is passing through 1, 1. So that is what I have written in the note. Passes through 1, 1, which is the point of intersection of the original lines. Let us do another example. Example 3. Find the equation of the obtuse angle bisector. See, earlier we have found our acute bisector. Now let us find obtuse angle bisector. Find the equation of the obtuse angle bisector between the lines 8x plus y minus 9 equal to 0 and 7x plus 4y minus 11 equal to 0. Did you notice that I have again kept 1, 1 here? 1, 1 is on this line. 1, 1 is also on the second line. 1, 1 is my most favorite point. I love it very much. Okay. Rather than 0, 0. 0, 0, I don't like it. I like only 1, 1. That is a very good point. Okay. So, we have to find the obtuse angle bisector. Remember? First we have to calculate what? The discriminator D. Discriminator D in this problem is what? AL plus BM. AL, x coefficient into x coefficient, 8 into 7, plus y coefficient into y coefficient, 1 into 4. Clearly it is positive. value is not required. Whether it is positive or negative, that is important. Positive. So D is positive. Therefore, for obtuse angle bisector, which sign is to be used? The opposite sign. That is minus sign is to be used. In which form? How to take the angular bisectors? Both lines on the same side or opposite side? Only 0 on the right side, both lines on the left side only. 8x plus y minus 9 by root of 8 square plus 1 square here. Plus or minus 7x plus 4y minus 11 by root of 49 plus 16 here. Okay. So that is what I have written here. Since D is positive for obtuse angle bisector, if it is acute angle bisector, we have to use same sign, that is positive sign only. But he wants obtuse angle bisector now, we have to use the opposite sign. So we have to use opposite sign, that is minus sign. So that is why I have taken minus sign here. Okay. Here denominator is root 65. Here also 49 plus 16 root 65, that can be cancelled out. So simply minus sign in between, 8x plus y minus 9 minus 7x minus 4y plus 11. When you simplify, you will get x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Original line's point of intersection is 1 comma 1. This line also must pass through 1 comma 1. Is it passing through 1 comma 1? 1 minus 3 plus 2 is equal to 0. Yes, it is passing through 1 comma 1. That is what I have written in the note. So the obtuse angle bisector between the lines is x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. So I'll ask one question now. Can you tell me, this is the obtuse angle bisector, x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. You have to answer the next question of mine instantaneously. Immediately you have to answer. If this is the obtuse angle bisector, what is the equation of the acute angle bisector? Just immediately you have to answer. It is, you know that the angular bisectors are perpendicular. Okay. So what is the line perpendicular to x minus 3y? 3x plus y. And it must pass through the point 1 comma 1. Is it not? Original lines and both the angular bisectors, acute angle bisector and obtuse angle bisector must pass through the same point 1 comma 1. So 3x plus y, if you put 1 comma 1, it is equal to 4, so minus 4 equal to 0. That's all. This is obtuse angle bisector, and this is what? Acute angle bisector. Because angular bisectors will be always perpendicular, and they must pass through the point of intersection of the original lines. Okay, right. Let us see the next problem. Second problem. One problem thoroughly we have discussed, that is how to find acute angle bisector and how to find obtuse angle bisector. What is the next problem? Let us see. In this problem, in addition to the two lines, see the diagram, equation of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, lx plus they are given to intersecting lines. In addition to these lines, a point px1 comma y1 is also given. Point px1 y1 is also given as shown in the diagram. Okay, but here, see, read it. We don't know whether P lies in the acute angle or in the obtuse angle between the lines. P in the diagram I have shown that it is lying in the acute angle. We don't know actually. So it may be lying here. This some point here may be given, is it not? Unless we draw the diagram in the xy plane to scale, then only we can find actually whether P is lying in the acute angle or obtuse angle. Just the equations of the two lines are given, the coordinates of a point is given. How can you say whether it is lying in the acute angle or obtuse angle? We don't know. Is it not? It may be lying in the acute angle as shown here, or it may be lying in the obtuse angle as shown here. We don't know. But what is required is, but here we have to find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle containing the point px1 comma y1. Px1 y1 is lying in what angle? This angle. Whether that angle is acute or obtuse, we don't know, but we have to find the angular bisector of that angle. Find the equation. The question will be asked like this: find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle containing the point px1 comma y1 between the lines ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and lx plus my plus n equal to 0. It is. If it is in the acute angle, find the acute angle bisector. If it is in the obtuse angle, find the obtuse angle bisector. We don't know where it is. Only point is given. But we have to find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle containing the point x1 y1, or sometimes he may ask, find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle not containing the point x1 comma y1. Containing the point x1 comma y1 for this point is this bisector. Find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle not containing the point x1 comma y1 means the other angular bisector which is perpendicular to it. So you may ask, just like in the previous question, find the acute angle bisector, obtuse angle bisector. In this problem, we may be asked to find the angular bisector of the angle containing the point, or sometimes we may have to find out the angular bisector of the angle not containing the point also. So this is the actual problem. For this, what is the solution? I have told you in each problem there will be a discriminator. Okay, in the first problem, acute obtuse bisectors, discriminator is AL plus BM. What is the discriminator in this problem? Let us see. See, in this problem, discriminator D is simply AX1 plus BY1 plus C into LX1 plus MY1 plus N. That means the point x1, y1, whatever point is given, we have to substitute it in the first line, and we have to substitute it in the second line, and we have to multiply them both. Okay, we have to multiply them both. That is the discriminator. So, what is the form? How to take the angular bisector? Here the form is different. Form is here ax plus by plus c by root of a square plus b square is equal to plus or minus lx plus my plus n by root of l square plus m square. That means the two lines should be on either side of the equation sign. For acute obtuse we have taken on the same side. Do you remember the form? But here we have to take on different sides of the equation sign. Equation sign is in between. The two lines must be one on left side, other on the right side. In this form we have to take. Now the rule is given here. What is the rule? First point. For angular bisector of the angle containing the point x1, y1, use same sign as D. Whatever sign for D you get, same sign must be used for the angular bisector of the angle containing the point x1, y1. In the second case, for angular bisector of the angle not containing x1, y1, suppose it is asked, we have to use opposite sign of D. Okay. Same sign as D if you use, then you get the equation of the angular bisector of the angle containing the point. If you use opposite sign of D, you get the angular bisector of the angle not containing the point. That's all. Now what happens if D is equal to 0? D is equal to 0, which sign is to be used? 0 has no sign. So which sign is to be used? The problem becomes meaningless. How? D equal to 0. What is D? See, this is D. D is equal to 0 means either ax1 plus by1 plus c is equal to 0, or lx1 plus my1 plus n equal to 0, or both of them is 0. Okay. If ax1 plus by1 plus c is equal to 0, it means that the point, given point x1, y1 is on this plus first line. Okay. If lx1 plus my1 plus n equal to 0, it means that the point P is on the line lx plus my plus n equal to 0. If both are zeros, it means that it lies on both the lines. That means the point of intersection of the two lines itself is x1 comma y1. So that is what I have written. If D is equal to 0, then the point x1, y1 lies on one of the lines or on both the lines. It may be the point of intersection of the two lines. And hence, the question becomes meaningless. Why it is becoming meaningless? See, two intersecting lines are given and a point on one of the lines is given, and he is asking us to find out what? Find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle containing the point P. Which angle contains P? Acute angle, this angle or that angle? It is just on the wall in between. It is just like a cat sitting on a wall. Which side it will jump, we don't know. So is it lying in the acute angle or in the obtuse angle? It is on the border line, is it not? Therefore, the question becomes meaningless. So the discriminator's property is that. The discriminator is that expression which, when equal to 0, makes the question, original question, meaningless. That will decide which sign is to be used in which case. Okay. Now let us do one or two examples. Example 4. Find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle containing the point 2 comma minus 3 between the two lines. So first let us calculate D. D, how do you calculate? 2 comma minus 3 we have to substitute in the first line. 22 plus 30 minus 1, okay. Again 2 comma minus 3 we have to substitute in the second line. 10 minus 14 into 3 means minus 42 minus 19. Its actual value is not required. We want only whether it is positive or negative. First bracket is clearly positive. Second bracket is clearly negative. Positive into negative is negative. So the sign is important. So he wants the angular bisector of the angle containing the point or not containing the point. Containing the point. Therefore we have to use the same sign as D. So D is negative. We have to use minus sign. But which form? Form of the angular bisectors. One line on the left side, one line on the right side. Okay, of the equation sign in between. This is the form. Okay, 11x minus 10y minus 1 by root of 11 square 121 plus 10 square 100. Right side plus or minus 5x plus 14y minus 19 by root of 5 square 25 plus 14 square 196. Here 121 plus 100 is 221, root 221, and this side 196 plus 25 also 221, root 221. Both sides root of 221 can be cancelled out. Now, since D is what here? Negative. We want the angular bisector of the angle containing the point or not containing the point. So, same sign we have to use. For the angular bisector of the angle containing the point, we have to use the same sign. Same sign means negative sign only. So that is why in between here I have taken negative sign. Okay. So this is on the left side, right side is this one. We have taken negative sign. Total bracket we can bring it to left side. Okay. So you will get 16x plus 4y minus 20 equal to 0. 4 is a common factor, divide it. 4x plus y minus 5 equal to 0. So, as always, I have kept 1 comma 1 in the original lines. This line and this line also contain 1 comma 1. So, therefore, the answer also must contain 1 comma 1. So, it is passing through 1 comma 1. You can verify. Next example, 5. Find the equation of the angular bisector of the angle not containing origin. See, two lines are given. Suppose the origin is here. So we want the angular bisector of the angle. What is the angle containing origin? This angle. Okay. We don't want that angular bisector. We want the angular bisector not containing the origin. So the other angular bisector which bisects this angle we want. Okay. So what is the discriminator here? Origin means 0 comma 0, 0 comma 0 we have to substitute in the first line, 0 minus 0 plus 9, and 0 comma 0 in the second line, 0 plus 0 minus 3. So positive quantity, negative quantity, plus into minus, finally it is minus. So he wants the angular bisector of the angle not containing the origin. Therefore you have to use the opposite sign. Opposite sign of minus is plus sign. We have to use the plus sign. But what is the form of the angular bisectors? Two lines on either side of the equation. 2x minus 11y plus 9 by root of 4 plus 121. This side plus or minus x plus 2y minus 3 by root of 1 square plus 2 square root 5. So since d is negative here, we have to use opposite sign, that is plus sign, for the angular bisector of the angle not containing origin between the lines. So opposite sign means plus sign I have taken. Here you can see that plus sign. So here root 1, denominator root 125 is 5 root 5. Here root 5 can be cancelled out both sides. Multiply by 5. So 2x minus 11y plus 9 equal to 5 into in the bracket x plus 2y minus 3. So if you simplify, you will get actually 3x plus 21y minus 24 equal to 0. Divide by 3, you get x plus 7y minus 8 equal to 0. So this is the angular bisector of the angle not containing origin between the two lines. So we have used the opposite sign of d. Okay. So as usual, I have kept 1 comma 1 as the point of intersection of the original lines. You can see 1 comma 1 is satisfying original lines. Therefore the answer, the angular bisector, also must pass through 1 comma 1, and as it is passing through 1 comma 1. Okay. So I think this is, next you get blank paper. Okay. So it is about 45 minutes over. Okay, the third problem, there is an important problem, third problem. Two problems already we have discussed regarding angular bisectors, but there is another problem, third problem, that will be explained in the next class. So thank you students, we will meet in the next class tomorrow.